Hey, 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 hey,
Hello.
hello. Can you hear me okay?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yep, sure can. So nobody knows that we're going live, so it's going to take a few minutes for people to come in. Okay? Do you hear me?
Okay. It's yeah,
What?
I can.
Oh, okay. So single mom should be here. She's going to moderate. She should
It's
be.
like it's double
You mean Ditzy D?
it's echoing.
Okay, do you have YouTube turned on somewhere else?
Let me check. Can you hear me now?
Yep, I sure can.
Okay, much better.
Okay. So, like I said, it's going to take people a little bit to notice that we're live. So,
Yeah. Did you have a good day today?
yep. I
Awesome.
worked on videos pretty much all day, is evident in how many videos I put out today.
Right.
So until people get in here, do you know anything about the Mandela effect?
I don't.
You don't.
No.
Nothing. Do you know who Nelson Mandela was?
Yes, but I started reading part of your chat or your
Video.
video earlier and I got interrupted. So, but yeah.
Well,
So I
anyway.
don't know that much about it.
Hi, Storm Baby. How are you today? You know what? Considering our earlier conversation, Storm Baby, I think you need, if you want the tool, you need a tool. Do you want a tool? I hope she can hear me. Oh, well, you got one anyways. Anyways, Cece, you need to talk a little bit till other people come in.
Can you still see me and hear me?
I can, yeah.
Okay, great.
Storm Baby, Cece is practicing. She's eventually going to have her own channel. So she popped up and she's going to sort of be hosting.
Sorta. Hey, Storm Baby. I like that name.
Oh, we have another co-host here. Her name is
Is that Biscuit number 2 or number
Yes.
1?
Yes, it is. Somebody drove down the road and she had a fit.
Oh, Lord.
Storm Baby said, hello, Cece. I don't know if you can you see the
I
chat?
can. Hey, sweetie. Yes, I can.
Okay. There, it says there's 5, 6 people in here, but I don't see them. Anyway, so what do you think about the Detective Pruitt?
His news interview?
Yeah.
Um, I'm a little nervous about the fact that he's this is believe this is one of his first cases like this. When you include, I believe he said, including the TBI and, federal agencies, state agencies, it's a big case for him to take on, and then go back into his regular caseload. I don't know what the crime rate is around there, and what all he has to do, but I know that it's a lot to take on, and that should be his number one priority. And I'm sure it is, but it's a little nerve wracking knowing that he has a little, I don't know if it's anxiety or what it is, having to deal with all these different agencies.
Right. So do you think maybe part of it's they're getting nervous? They're afraid that Utah's going to take Don away and they're not going to get to solve the case?
Well, it could be, or it could be, I mean, everybody's got egos when it comes to me being a criminal investigator for so long, and especially being a female, but it doesn't always matter. But a lot of agencies have they have different, like, they're afraid if they don't solve the case and they're going to look bad, and that stuff like that.
Sort of like having little man syndrome.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I don't think he didn't look too confident to me. That's just my opinion.
Not just your opinion. I watched Don B's channel the other day or yesterday.
Uh-huh.
He's had the same opinion in
Did he?
the way I've seen it.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a little, nerve wracking knowing that. I mean, these are hard cases to work. I mean, they have so much to go on, like cell phone towers, which can take months to get back. You've got to get an expert from the cell phone company. You've got to look at all the phone calls that were made from a particular cell phone tower or from the particular phone number that you're searching for. And you have to go back and research and get the information, the caller's information from all the cell phone numbers that were either called or, that the person you're looking at was calling. So there's a lot of work that goes into it and a lot of time put into it.
Right. Storm Baby, do you want to come up on panel so that you can actually talk instead of just listen? I wish, CC, you'd have been in the chat the other night when I did that live chat. Or, I mean, that live stream the other night. We had so much fun. Marianne was handing out hors d'oeuvres and drinks, and everybody, DCD kept dancing, and it was funny. Oh, it's okay, Storm Baby. But we're all used to kids crying. It wouldn't bother us. Cece, you still there? You went away. See if you can hear me. I dropped the link for you again. Well, Storm Baby, it looks like it's just me and you right now. I can't believe everybody is busy today. Nobody is coming. Hello, we lost you. Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here again.
You're here again.
Uh-huh.
Well, anyways, we can't just sit here and have blank space or silence. So you've got to keep talking. You're the host today.
So, okay. Well, who's all in here with us? It's hard for me to see.
It says there are 10 people in here, but I only see
Okay.
Storm Baby.
Okay.
So I guess she's the only one commenting. There's 10 people watching and only her commenting. Is your microphone cutting in and out? Cece. Well, folks, I'm sorry to say, I guess she's having trouble again today. For whoever is watching, Cece was doing a trial run. She's going to plan on starting her own channel. It's going to be called Cece Investigates. And like I've said to everyone, anybody who wants to jump up on panel and give it a whirl, you're more than welcome to. Or anyone that wants to just state their opinion or get their feelings out, they are more than welcome to. Come in and take over a live and you be the host for the day. And Lord, CC, what is going on with you, child? I don't know. I think her phone has a problem with these lives. And we're supposed to be talking about John Pruitt and his interview with WJHL and what CC thinks about it, her opinion. CC, are you there now?
I'm here.
You're giving your opinion about John Pruitt and his interview.
Yes.
You got the YouTube turned on again or something? I hear an echo.
And make
Oh, Lord. Well, this live isn't going so well. Hello. Anyways, guys, whoever's in here watching, you tell me your opinion. Do you think the detective is doing everything that he can possibly do on this case, or do you think he's just agitated at the higher ups, the TBI, the FBI, Utah police, who are swarming in and getting ready to take Don away as soon as he does his time here? Tell me what you think. Cece is evidently having problems with her microphone. You there now?
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
I am. It just depends on the way I hold my phone.
Okay. So can you hear me? Oh Lord.
Anyway, did everybody see the interview with the news with the detective?
We're assuming they did. I put all 3 things on videos on my channel, so you got to keep talking, Cece.
Yeah,
Okay, well, if anybody would like to come up on panel, they're more than welcome to. Yeah, true, Swarg. It is. I think it is more difficult than what they thought. Hey, Nishnob. Exactly right. They do. Come on, there it goes. I agree with that 100%. And as soon as Cece gets her microphone fixed, and we'll figure out what she has to say. But until then, for the people who are watching, this was a test run for Cece. She is trying to get her own. Hi, Nishnob. It's good to see you, sweetheart. She's trying to get her own channel going, and she was giving it a test run, trying to host, but her phone is giving her problems. So we're talking about, or trying to talk about, John Pruitt, the lead detective in the case. And the fact that we are pretty sure that he's just upset because Utah's probably going to come in and try to take Dawn away before they get this case solved. Of course, even if they had to wait until next year to come and get Dawn from Utah, they probably still wouldn't have this case solved, unfortunately, and sadly to say. I hate saying that. I hope they hurry up and get this case solved. And then again, there's a possibility that they're running with the thing because of it being the election year. They're hoping to get more free I can't say that. Now what? Now this stuff with the Supreme Court pick? True. And Ronnie Lawson's up for a re-election. It's not like he's actually running against anybody this year or last year or the last election. But anybody that wants to come up and talk, you're more than welcome to. Cece is still working with her. I think it's not the phone. Cece, don't take this personal, but I think it's the person operating the phone. She's having technical difficulties. Would you agree, Cece?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Just say yes. You didn't even hear what I said, did you?
Yes, ma'am.
You did hear what I said. Oops.
Yeah, I did.
You know I'm playing.
Yeah.
You know how people say it's not the driver, it's the person driving, you know.
It's the operator.
Yeah, it's the operator. Anyways, so pick it up, lady. Start talking while you got the
I
chance.
tell you what, I'm gonna jump off. Because I'm.
Oh, you did not. You're not just doing this to me. I guess you are. Is anybody else out there wanting to jump up on panel? I could go over some of the comments that I received today. There's a lot of people got a lot of strong opinions about what's going on. And I would love to be able to read them out. Go with it. All right, I will. Y'all would not believe some of the stuff people have said today. They have very strong opinions on it. We might not be able to say some of this stuff on there. Hang on a second. I'm answering single mom. Oops, wrong video. We need the good stuff, not the stuff about the Mandela effect. Okay, we have one from people are upset and all that, say nasty stuff. True. It's okay, CC. It's all right. Okay, we have one that says, cover up, big money on the table. Good old boys at work. We are not stupid. Listen, old boys have their own rules, and detective in charge don't know the feds will not tell them anything. So he will sacrifice them, my opinion. Then we have one that says, I think they're talking to the perp. Someone's so smart, the whole case is drying up. I hope it isn't someone who needs attention because he might never get it. True. Okay, we're gonna have single mom come up when she gets in here. This was not planned, guys. Anyways, the comments are unreal. Hang on one second. Let me get to where I can read all of them. That was only letting me have a couple. Okay. Oh, by the way, in case y'all haven't seen it, I did Hawkins County Court today, and the next grand jury meets on April the 11th. The last one met in February, and the one after April will be meeting in June. So hopefully we'll have something by then. Okay, this one says, hi, Nana. I'm right there with you. I feel your frustration. In my opinion, I think the only fact in this case is the fact that Summer's vanished. This case has made me lose all faith in law enforcement. For one thing, I don't think they took the right cell phones in the beginning. It is said they had several that the law wasn't aware of. I doubt they did important forensic work. They should have done more from the start. I think they missed a lot at the very start of this case, and because of that, the ball got dropped. Now it has been nearly 10 months. Summer's missing, and Ellie says they have nothing. After watching the parents and the grandparent behavior, how can they have nothing? And having the child's own emotionless father say they will never find Summer, there is no evidence, and there will never be evidence, speaks volumes. The child's own emotionless mother refuses to speak with the police the day her child went missing, speaks volumes. I think Ellie knows they dropped the ball, and now it's too late. And look at the message this whole situation is sending out. Hey, folks, you too can allegedly do drugs, lie, drink, abuse, neglect, and essay your children, and then sell or blank them, hide the evidence, and nothing will ever happen to you. And you can... And you caused me to lose my spot. And nothing will ever happen to you. And you can make lots of money off your missing child while you do it. So party on. That was harsh. I know. Sorry, but I'm PO'd also. See, a lot of people have a lot of strong opinions about it. Then the other person says that is because CPS has one goal in these cases, and it is always to send the kids back to their parents' home. CPS is not at all in the business of protecting the children. Whoever thought they were is dreaming. Let's see. The one and only statement that I can think about this case was, and is still, this was made by Jody Sue and her daughter. From June 21st, 2021 until today, Jody Sue and her daughter's words have remained the same. And that would be the part, and I have to agree with that, is where she says that they heard the scream. I mean, she is stuck by that story. She's stuck by the time that she gave for that story. Granted, she may or may not have lied about other stuff, but the plain and simple fact that one statement has remained the same throughout this whole thing. And that's all I asked for earlier. Hello, Lynette. That's all I asked for earlier on the video, was somebody give me one statement that has been made in this case that has remained consistent throughout the last 10 months. And in my opinion, and the person that put this on here, and it's true, is Jody Sue's statement about that scream and what time it happened. That has stayed the same no matter what. Here we have one from somebody I've not seen before. It says, Nana, did you know Candace gave Ernie money to get out of jail? I appreciate what law enforcement has done, but there are so many holes in this story on all sides. I think all the people who can't have children who would have loved Summer and her brothers and given them a wonderful childhood. That's so true. Here's a good one. I want to get out there because they made a good point. It says, I believe some folks are misconstruing some things. Number one, do you go to a doctor office or a doctor's office? And they're speaking about where we heard him say they have lawyers. But in the sentence, it does, it would have been, they have a lawyer is what he should have said. And that would have been correct. Saying they have lawyers is not correct. Say, Mom, are you wanting to come up? Here you go. Hi, Shay. How are you today? Hi, Crime 411. Anyways, it says, just like with doctors' offices, the greater majority of time there are multiple in the same office, such as Riley, Jameson, and Williams lawyers. While a specific lawyer may handle a case or client, sometimes several in the same office contribute in some way. Number two, a family law or lawyer cannot advise on a criminal case, and same is true vice versa. And it said this should help reduce the confusion. Single Mama, are you coming up? Hi, Dee. How are you today, sweetheart? It's not going to be a long live today, guys. This was a practice run for Cece because she's planning on getting her own channel going. Hello, Zero. But she was having technical difficulties with her phone, so she had to drop out. So what we were supposed to be talking about is Cece's opinion about John Pruitt. Single Mom is going to jump in, though. Single Mom's always got something to say.
Doesn't she, though?
Yeah, she does. Okay, the only rule is Single Mom, we can't talk about the younger kids, okay? And nobody below 18. That's the only rule I'm gonna have, okay?
We're good with that. Well, there's a gag order, so you can't be talking about the boys anyhow. So
Okay.
That's a gag order. I mean, that means no one talks about the Wells boys. So let's move on.
Okay.
What's up?
So what do you think about John Pruitt? Detective John Pruitt.
I think that he needs help because he certainly can't do this all by himself. One round he puts the abduction theory no more, and then the next everything's out on the table. So yeah, go figure.
Right. Hello,
I
Hazel.
mean, so
Yeah.
go figure. I mean, is abduction on the table or is it not?
Is it not? Right, exactly. Because in one breath he says it is, and one breath he says it isn't. So, like I've said repeatedly, everything changes in this case with what direction the wind is blowing.
Exactly. Now, here's my thing also that I thought about. And by the way, just because I have a strong opinion, I'm local and I've worked just as hard on this as to figure this out as the next people. So call me opinionated, call me always wanting to say something, but it's because I know what I'm working just as hard to try to figure out what's happening this summer. So, but anyway, I think that Ronnie Lawson, Barney Fife, excuse me, but I believe we could say Lawson at this point, and Pruitt
pretty sure.
are scared that Utah's going to take their glory. I get you. I get this. But if you're not going to solve the issue, then let someone take your glory. I'm sorry. That's how I feel.
True.
But definitely.
411, it's true. That everybody is mixed up, and it is because everything switches from minute to minute.
Well, yes, crime 411. I hear you on that. You all think you're confused? Be a local. We're even more confused because we know this area. We know. So believe it or not, but locals are even more confused. But no detective or investigator, I don't know the difference between a detective and investigator, should say abductions
off the table.
not a theory, and then turn around and say it's not a theory. Is it or is it not?
Right. Hang on 1 second, single mom. Nishnob, you said they were digging up the yard when the cops got there. Where did you get that information? I've never heard that.
They're not digging up a yard, are they?
No, it was the night that the cops got there. He said they were digging up the yard. Oh,
yeah, yes. The night that it happened, they dug. Yes,
they were planting flowers. Okay, supposedly.
Yeah, they were planting flowers, and they were, yeah. For
if
one,
Utah offers him a deal, maybe they will. Maybe he will tell. Hi, Lisa.
But Utah is just, that they came and talked to him over the weekend. So I want to talk about that part too, in light of what the investigator has come on TV and said the last couple of days. I would be scared if I was Pruitt and Lawson, because now notice neither one of them has really said anything until Utah authorities came and questioned Don Saturday.
Exactly. But no, that wasn't Saturday. That happened 2 weeks ago. But they just now came out with the information.
Well, that's what I mean. I say when it came to my light, and it came to my light on Saturday, right? So yeah, I got you. But yeah, so they actually came how long ago?
And they supposed to have been. They didn't come down here. It was 2 weeks ago, and it was the detective from Utah actually Skyped Don in the cell, but he wouldn't cooperate.
But still, Skyping is, he got Miranda read to him. Yes. So Skyping is still, you have the right to remain silent, blah, 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 as if they were right there in front of you. Now, as far as Miranda rights, fight me on this, but you don't need to. Miranda rights come in when questioning comes in, not being extradited or being taken back on the charge. In fact, I have been Mirandized a couple times in my younger life. So it's actually questioning the person. So there you go on that, just to make that kind of clear.
Right.
And they said you had the right to remain silent, whether it was Skyped or how it was done, because he had the right to remain silent. But apparently, Nana,
Yeah.
if you're saying, Nana's Angels, if you're saying that he did not cooperate, he remained silent. He didn't tell him nothing, in other
Right.
words. He exercised that right to remain silent.
Come on. How many of us can recite that, really? We can all recite that, the Miranda. Come on. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can be used against you in a court of law. Blah, blah, blah.
You have the right to an attorney, and if one cannot be appointed to you, you will be appointed one. Do you understand your rights? And you give them and of course you say yes, because you do understand. All Miranda rights is telling you is you have the right to remain silent. But if you do choose to speak, it can and will be used against you. So there you go.
Hi, Redneck. I've not seen you in here before. Welcome. Please make yourself at home.
Welcome. That's right. Feel free to do your thing.
Yeah. And you're more than welcome to jump up on panel and give your thoughts, theories, feelings, comments.
Oh, yes.
And
yes. That's what I like over here about it. It pretty much stays an open panel. That means we, even though we may say guest speaker or whomever, it's still an open panel for everybody. And I really enjoy that. I think he'll roll on
from the beginning.
Agreed. Or Candace is going to roll on him in the end, but I feel a lot of rolling is going to happen, but I'm not sure if Don's going to do it on Candace. Candace going to do it on Don. Grandis will do it on both of them. H could do it on all of them. I mean, or Allie. I mean, I feel like a whole bunch of rolling is going to happen, but I'm just not sure how it's going to happen.
What hill is going to roll down?
Yeah, all I know is the hill's going to come a rolling, and yeah, it's not going to be good, Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Nisha.
Like, sub, and share. Absolutely. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe. And even jump up on panel if you want.
I understand, Redneck. You usually just listen. A lot of people do. But I like to give everybody the opportunity to have. Not everybody wants their own YouTube channel. Not everybody feels that they can do a YouTube channel. But every once in a while, somebody gets so upset or so angry or so happy that they might have something they actually want to get on and say and make sure everybody hears them. And I just want to give everybody that chance. Hello, Matthew. Right. How are you?
Matthew.
I appreciate the compliment, but I don't know if I want to put that up there.
Yeah.
But like I said, this wasn't a scheduled live, guys. We were doing this for I was doing this for CC, and she had technical difficulties, so we're just running with whatever. Lisa, you don't think so? Don can't keep his mouth closed.
Apparently that's not true. I mean, he knows when to exercise his right to be quiet. I mean, and not say anything. So
hello, the real Brenda.
I'm beginning to think that Don does know when to be quiet. I mean, I see where you're coming from, though, everybody. I get you because, yeah, I mean, I understand, but he knows how to be quiet when they come, and here's another thing. I don't know that I can, well, if you watch part 3 of The Investigator, he said that Don being incarcerated at the facility does not mean he cannot get a hold of one of the guards or staff and say, hey, I need to talk to Investigator Pruitt. And Pruitt said, I will come down to his cell and talk to him. So him being incarcerated there has nothing to do with that. He cannot talk to Pruitt whenever he needs to,
Right.
you know.
Shay says, do you think Jody Sue and family have involvement? Her bigger boy. Anyways, y'all can read that. To answer you, Shay, I'm not real sure. I've heard different stories about maybe Booger's involvement in all this, but you never know what you believe and what you can't believe. Zero. As far as says, what if one woman accuses Don, says I dropped the charges if he'll tell? I don't think Utah is going to go through all the legal trouble and everything, the money that they've had to go through to try to pull up these charges against him just to allow him to be dropped. I don't think that'll happen.
And honey, that's up to the law enforcement if they want to drop it. I mean, you can't say you wonder if. I mean, you would think, okay, maybe he'll talk if I drop it, but honey, that's going to be up to the Utah authorities at this point. So good question, though. I'll give you credit for that, but very good question. But that's going to be up to pretty much the Utah authorities. But I do think that's a darn good question, though. And back to Shay's question, I sit on the fence with Jody Sue because sometimes she can come out with some outrageous lies, and I've even called her. I'm like, nope, that's not that. Nope.
Let's see what silence has to say. Hang on a second. I'm grieving, Mama, and I say hell with the law. We need 1,000 good old boys and girls in their boots and wheelers.
Yes.
And let's dig these mountains up. I agree 100%. That brings me back. That brings me back to something.
Boots on the ground. Yes. I'm totally with. Yes,
I know.
Lawson says nobody's going to go back to their property anymore. Look, he's just not letting that happen.
I agree with that 100%. And I get so agitated, so mad sometimes. I know legally they can't do this, but in my opinion, they should either haul Candace into jail and lock her up, or they should say, we're taking your house, your property, and everything unless you start talking. Them sitting back and letting her get away with everything that she's getting away with and getting the money, letting her party all the time and do whatever she wants, I don't think is helping the case. Now, they've arrested all these other parents with missing kids and held them. Why can't they do the same to her?
Exactly. Yep. Of course, she's had enough money, to get Ernie Shell out of Madison County, Kentucky jail lately, so I can't figure that.
Well, I don't know that for a fact, so.
Well, true. We don't really, quote unquote, know that, but yeah. Okay, I'm with you on that one.
No, I've not heard of missing 411.
Yes, missing 411 has become, that person was right. It switched over to another thing before, but that person's right. Missing 411 is,
He did say she's close. So
he did.
That's why I keep saying they need to go and check that septic tank. If they have run cameras in it, then they need to go and pump it out. I mean, it would not be the first body on Beach Creek to have been found in a septic in the last 4 years, 3 years.
Right.
There was a woman found up there not too long ago in a septic. So.
Yes, it was a woman. Eat it, baby. Yep.
I hate to judge too, but facts are facts.
Yep. We just need to bring Summer home. Bring the child home. Just find Summer.
They can't cover them all alone. They do need help, and as I was complaining about this with Cece one day, she points out a good fact, and everybody does need to take this in consideration, and that is that if they were to send because I said, who knows those mountains better than local people? Why bring in people from that's not even from around here that
Exactly.
don't know the mountains and stuff as well as people that live here? But
Exactly.
Cece says if you bring in local people, you never know who might be involved in it. And then they would tamper with evidence.
Well, you see, that's another thing. And yeah, you have the locals that could tamper. Exactly.
Am I right, Cece?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So in the near future, guys, y'all need to be looking out for Cece's channel. She's gonna get one going. So
oh, excellent. Great. Okay.
Cece's Investigations.
Good. Looking forward to it. Great. I'll sub. Not a problem with that. Just let me know when it's available to. So
okay, Google map that property, and the bush forest is thick. How far away is Jody Sue's house from Candace's and Dawn's? They share a drive. Sorry for the questions. Just getting my dots together.
They share a driveway because they're just like across the road there from one another.
Well, they don't really technically share a driveway. Ben Hill Road goes up through, and Dawn and Candace's driveway is on the right, and Jody Sue's is on the left.
Yes.
But they're probably 200 yards. Their houses are about 200 yards apart. 200. Would it be 200 yards or 200 feet? Ugh.
I'm not good at math, so I don't know. But they're basically right. It's not that far.
Hey, Leanne, hello, by the way. I see you come in. Kate, you, hello. I don't know if there's any extra or not extra, but wells that aren't being used on that property. And Candace,
yes, there's a well at 209.
Is there?
Yes, Ben Hill Road. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, well, thank you, Shay. I greatly appreciate that.
I also love this channel. Don't.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. What'd she say? I also love this channel. Don't like Minnie. Oh, thank you, baby.
And here's Kate U. Hey, Nana's first time catching live. Jody Sue lives across. Yeah, she lives across the street from the wells, but they both live up on the mountains. So after you turn off the road, you have to go up the side of the mountain. So you're welcome, Shay. Single mom Cece says thank you.
Oh, thank you. I love you guys. Well, y'all tell Donna in chat that you want me for co-hosting. We'll figure this out. Trust me.
You still working for that, ain't you? I don't know, guys. I don't know how long we're going to run the chat, the live, but
Yeah.
If anybody has anything they'd like to say, they're more than welcome to jump up. Yes, that well does need checked. If there's one there, it needs to be checked.
There is one at 209. It's not going to be checked because the property owner doesn't want it checked. How about that one for you? And I know that's a fact.
No, I think they're talking about wells at 110 Ben Hill Road on Dawn and Candace's property.
I thought all that had been checked.
Well, we don't never know what's been checked and what hasn't because the law enforcement isn't telling us anything.
Exactly.
Okay. Don't know if this be allowed, but I'm just going to say, Heavenly Father, please wrap your loving arms around her and keep her safe till we get to her safe in your time. May justice prevail. Amen. Absolutely, that is welcome,
yes,
honey.
That's
anytime.
Allowed to say any prayers, anything encouraging Summer. Yes, that's allowed.
Anything encouraging anyone.
Exactly.
Yes, the landscape is beautiful, but for searching it is treacherous.
I'm sorry, and I'm just going to put it out there. I'm not buying that she wandered away, and I'm not buying no abduction. So the only
For
thing I
me
will
either.
buy is a little bit of foul play somewhere. But you know,
It
like I
says
say, that
why
investigator
cannot
needs to make up his mind.
why can't law enforcement bring Candace in on destruction or obstruction of justice, lying, and abuse and neglect?
Exactly.
I don't know. I wish there was
Exactly.
some way. What I wish is that we could get a hold of the main office of the FBI and have them send down some new people to just take over this whole thing and go through it with a fine-tooth comb.
Well, they are in Knoxville, and if you would like for
But
me to
they're
look
local.
up,
But they're local. They would be in contact with any officials that's already here. I want somebody that don't know anybody from Tennessee.
Oh, you're not going to get that, honey. This is Tennessee Bureau of Investigations. This happened in Tennessee, see, so they're going to send in their investigators. You're not going to get any from any other.
FBI is over the TBI though.
Well, yeah, yeah. Well, maybe instead of contacting TBI about fresh eyes, we contact the FBI for fresh eyes.
Okay, I do not want to go out here and say something that's not true. So I'm please understand. I am not saying this is true. Okay, by no means. But what I had heard was that there might have been an accident and that there was help getting rid of the evidence by putting the evidence over on Candace's property. And therefore, when Candace come looking for the baby, she found the baby, hence evidence, and thought that it was because she wasn't watching the baby. And she got scared and asked for the same help, not knowing it was the same help, to hide the evidence. Now, take it as you will. That's what I heard, and it's just another theory, guys. It's not
exactly.
Nothing
All
can be
this is
true.
theories. All this to me is theories until we actually find out what really happened. Do you all feel
that, Storm baby? I didn't receive it yet. When did you send it?
I sent you an email. Did you? Nope. Storm baby sent an email.
How do you feel about this being planned due to the date? Seeing CPS was supposed to be there on June 16th. I've said from the beginning that Don was diddling and knew that CPS was coming in. He told Candace, something's got to be done. You need to take care of this problem. She did. And then later that day, Don had to deal with getting rid of the cleanup. I've said that from the beginning. I don't know how or what may have happened, but those three things I'll almost guarantee you
and
is what happened.
I think there's something may have happened prior to, because Dudley, good old Dudley there, the one that he supposedly fired, Don did, said on the 14th something about he was looking at his phone and he was like, oh no, this can't happen. So I'm not sure that this 15th is the correct date, but that was the date she was reported missing, and law enforcement.
The tree trimmers saw her in the truck, and I believe they have enough common sense to know a little boy from a little girl. They saw her that morning in Candace's truck when she stopped to talk to them on her way to the hospital. So if something happened to the baby, it did happen on the 15th.
I don't know. I still, even with the tree trimmers, because I don't know.
Okay, this is for you, single mom. They're asking you a question.
What's this? Do you believe law enforcement has covered something up and this is throwing TBI off? Oh, please. Do I really got to go there?
Barney 5 is likely to have done anything, honey. Barney 5 is not.
Well, everybody knows my opinion, and I appreciate Linda there for asking. Is it Linda? Yes. because I don't have my glasses on, and plus it's kind of little writing for me. My opinion is yes, law enforcement has covered stuff up, and that could be throwing off TBI. Yes. In fact, I think it's even throwing off Investigator Pruitt, because a lot of stuff that Lawson has said, he's like, no, no, no. You know what I mean? So it's even, yeah, yes is the answer. Yes. Yes.
Storm baby, it hasn't come in. I just texted you and told you that, but no, nothing's come in yet. I'm so glad to see some of these new faces in here. Or you know what I mean.
Me too. Me too. Me too. The parents could be covering for the boys. They could.
That's true, Lisa, but
true to the gills. True to the gills.
Absolutely, but we're going to try to not discuss anything that could have been caused by someone under the age of 18, because I'm not that sure of what I'm allowed to talk about, what I'm not. I don't want to get any stress.
When you say the boys, we're not allowed. That's a gag order. So, sorry.
The thing that sticks in my mind is the look on Candace's face when Dawn suggested Summer was dead. She definitely didn't think Summer was at that time, don't you think? True. And also when she was on, I forget whose live she was on the other day, but she plain and simple, and this stuck with me too, enough that I recorded it. She made the statement, if I knew where she was at, I would go get her right now.
Yes.
So to me, maybe she is out there. And technically, Candace is telling the truth. She may not know where she's at.
My gut says, if not the grand jury, but the next time they get one. Okay. Nana, you want to talk about that? Yeah.
I called today, and the last one met in February, just like I said the other day. And those were coming out the early of March. People were being arrested on the 24th of March from those indictments. The next grand jury meets on April the 11th. And then the next one does not meet until June. And they do meet every 2 to 3 months. So it's February, March, April. So every 2 months they meet.
Right.
And I did specifically ask that woman again today, and she said yes.
Okay.
Okay, single mom, this is for you.
What was the feel at the prayer vigil? Oh, okay.
Not your feelings, Candace's feelings. How did you think Candace was feeling?
Candace came off at first like she could care less. Okay. And it was like each week that she was there, she just dealt with being there, I guess. But the couple of times Don came, it was clear he did not want to be there, period. So, yeah. I don't think, to be honest, and I'm just going to put it out there, they don't want Summer found. Her parents doesn't anyway. I ain't speaking for everybody else. I would love for the child to be found. But, yeah.
Okay, Storm baby, I'm checking. Go ahead.
Chance Pruitt said he has never worked with so many different agencies. So I say they getting all the proof they need, don't want them to walk in the grand jury.
Okay.
Okay. And I appreciate, silence is not an option. Pruitt, to me, why would you admit that you've never, I guess it's not an admitting thing, but, maybe he's not worked with that many agencies at one time. like I said before, when this started, it sounds like it was plumb over Ronnie Lawson's head to start with. Not that you haven't dealt with a lost child or that kind of thing before, but I think y'all know what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Maybe they're waiting on a grand jury. I mean, I don't know that if that's correct or not, but
Okay. First initial, I believe what you're talking about is a jailbird, and yes, jailbird's saying. Two, Storm Baby. Yes, I did get it. You didn't include the fact that you were Storm Baby in that email. That's why I said I didn't get it. And if
yeah,
it's what I'm thinking of, it's that video was released on Doug's channel. No thanks.
yeah.
And I personally do not think that that has anything to do with Summer. I really don't. I don't think that's Grandis. I don't think that's Candace. I think it's another pervert that lives in Tennessee, unfortunately, and it does need investigated. And no thanks is trying to get the TBI to take a look at that.
Well, if no thanks keeps kind of doing the way he's doing, I doubt he'll get anybody to look at stuff. But hey, that's beside the point.
Second one, yeah, beside the point.
Exactly.
Don might have to be in
what was
prison
that?
for life. Can't speak self. Maybe. Well, if he's in prison for life,
Mm-hmm.
and the investigation and deal with the feds. Oh, I wish they'd hurry up and do it. Hello,
Yes.
Tangerine.
She also, Cece, I noticed, I was in a chat, also had asked me, did I meet Tim Mullins at Prayer Bridge? The answer is yes. But here's the thing with him. He says that he kind of inserted himself, or he started at the second prayer vigil. No, he inserted himself from day one. He was there at the first one. Yeah. Now, how's that for some Mullen honesty here?
Silence says, I'm just thinking a lot more going on behind the scenes because when my son died, and I'm so sorry to hear that, hon, I held a homicide death certificate. I sent it to the United States Justice of Supreme Court. It was sent to the FBI 3 months later. So did they do anything about it?
Yeah, did they find the person that done it or what have you?
Indictments came down on judges, lawyers, sheriffs, and many more. Not
good.
just my son, but many others. That is awesome. That's awesome to hear.
I know, right? Was there any like a law in honor of your son and stuff? Like when things happen to children. Was there any like the law that you can't, Nana, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Did they honor her son is what I'm getting at.
Unless somebody does it themselves, probably not. Politicians are not one for thinking about others unless they're pushed into it.
Oh no, you have to bring it to their attention. Exactly. I mean, yeah, they're not one for thinking of others. You got that correct.
That's what I was thinking, Lisa. That if one Candace did this, they figured that, like all the other cases, it just blows over in a month or so, and nobody would pay no more attention to it. Except with this case, for some reason, Summer stole all our hearts with those big blue eyes.
Yes, she did.
Head of hers, and it's just gone on bigger than what Dawn and Candace thought ever would happen.
Right. Correct.
And nobody's letting it drop.
Exactly.
Hi, April. Good to see you here, honey.
It's good to see everybody here. I'm even seeing new new names and stuff that I've never seen before. So, hi, Cece said, "Oh Lord, a single mom." But yeah, it's true. He pretty much tried. He tried to insert himself in Monkey's case, but Brandy was smart enough to say, "No, thank you." So that's awesome too. So yeah, he's just inserting himself everywhere, and it's ridiculous. He sounds creepy.
They do need to bring EquiSearch back in, but guess what? Guess who's telling EquiSearch no? Barney Five himself.
Barney Five, yes, and they are embodied by law enforcement. So if law enforcement tells them no, then they cannot be here. Thank you, Nana. That's exactly correct.
It is weird. It really is. And somebody, I forget who it was bringing that up the other day to me about, I think it might have been Dee, was saying, wondering, because all these disappearances out of the Smoky Mountains, people disappearing. The only problem is if that might be a possibility, except for the fact that she supposedly got gone while she was in the basement. But then again, we had Ansley Daniels say last night that law enforcement says she got gone after she walked out of her mom and dad's house. And the detective did not correct her. He didn't say, no, that's not true. So evidently she did get gone while she was walking down the road.
And I mean, it's all weird, man. Feds have the upper hand, in my opinion, and the last say. Yes, CC, you're correct. But I think as who was it that brought up that I think that law enforcement is hindering, and that's throwing the TBI off? Well, CC, that kind of goes hand in hand right there. Yes.
I'm not real sure, Nish Knob. I've looked that up several times, and I've even tried to put it in the videos. But for some reason, YouTube does not like statistics. And every time I try to put something up with numbers in it, it slings it back at me and says it's not allowed. And I don't know why.
Well, the missing numbers, is she talking about this area? Or this person?
Yeah.
Okay, is he talking about this area?
Yeah.
It's outrageous. I will answer the question. The number of missing persons for this area, Sullivan, right now I'm sitting on 3 teenagers missing from Sullivan, where I'm at, 25 minutes from where Summer went missing. So yeah, the missing around here is outrageous. I mean, I can answer that right now. But like Nana said, when you go for statistics, it spits a computer, phone, whatever will spit it right back out at you. It's like, are you kidding me?
But again, she could get down, drive, and into the hands of the neighbors real easy. The scream may have been closer than Jody Sue's even thinking. That's true. And that would bring us right back to the Sherfies.
Yes. Yeah.
And yes, I do remember that Trump brought this to life.
So yeah, you remember Trump brought this to life. Yes.
Thank you so much,
Linda. Oh, thank you, Linda. She said, I just found your show the other day and I enjoy it. Oh, well, thank you. Come back for more. She's going to have some more. I think she's having one Thursday, as a matter of fact. So there you go.
300,000. That's for the United States. I do know that number. That was for the United States, I believe.
Well, here's the thing. I found out Summerwells is not even on Hawkins County's missing kids list. Every county has a missing kids list. I've checked Sullivan's, I've checked Unicoi County, I've checked Carter, I've checked all the ones around me to make sure, yes, they have one, and most of the kids is on it. But Hawkins County does not have Summer Moon Utah wells listed. Go figure.
Brianna technically was just friends with her on Facebook, and I can't say much about that because I've got a lot of people on Facebook that I'm friends with that I've never spoke to or met.
Right.
But I will say this, and if anybody out there can spread the word for me, there was a lot of negative stuff about Brianna on that on the comments on the video I did.
Yes.
And I will say this, and I don't care who likes it or who don't. It does not matter what kind of life someone leads. That does not determine if they're a good person or a bad person. It's what they feel in
Amen.
their heart. And
Amen.
if that's a big if this little girl, and I am saying little girl, I don't care what people think, if this little girl was on drugs or was an addict, that is a disease. It is not a choice. Yes, in the beginning, it is a choice. I want to have fun. I want the euphoria of the drug. I want to enjoy
Right.
life, blah, blah, blah. But after the first little while, drug addiction is a disease. It no longer becomes a choice and it becomes a have to. You can die from
Yes.
withdrawal from drugs. If you just up and decide one day, I'm not going to take them no more, there is a very likely chance that you can die from the withdrawal of drugs.
Yes. Whenever you withdraw, because I went through stuff when I was younger, when you withdraw, detox, all that, you need help. You can't just try to do it yourself. There is no, no. Now, here's two questions or comments I saw. One says, Linda Fields at April, FBI needs to investigate that local law enforcement. Yes, that's all I'm saying at this point. Yes, law enforcement is a big hindrance. I believe that it's been a hindrance from the beginning, and it's going to be a hindrance. I mean, that's just it. Now, what was mother comment? I had it. Come on. What? Hello. I was just looking at it.
The demons do rule. They do. Trust me, I've known quite a few addicts. And when you get to a point, trust me, these people they don't, when they're little kids, they don't wake up one day and say, oh, I'm going to strive to become a drug addict.
No, they don't.
When they become a drug addict, they do not enjoy their life. They hate it. They hate waking up every day knowing that they have to find the chemical that their body is yearning for, and it makes them very sick. And they hurt all over. And they feel like they're going crazy.
Literally, because I've been through it, I can tell you, you get sick from it until you are forced to go find it and put it back into your body. I mean, otherwise, if you try to just lay there and say, look, I can't move, I can't get up to get it, you're going to get sicker and sicker. But that's because you put so much into your body that, hey, your body's used to it and it wants it. And otherwise, you know.
I am so sorry, April, to hear that, honey.
Me too, babes. I'm sorry.
And people, I do know what I'm talking about. I really do when it comes to that. And I know what I'm talking about when, not that I have never done that. I have never been an addict, but I am not saying I'm any better than anybody else.
I have watched
so many
talk about it.
I have seen so many loved ones who suffer from this.
I love that. I love what Lisa Renee down there said. You're one pill away. Thank you.
Exactly. You are.
You are. All you got to do is take one. She's right. You're one pill away.
Anyways,
thank you.
I agree, April. We do need to talk about it. But my point being was, if anybody is on here and they see somebody calling somebody else or talking bad about them because they're an addict, please say something to that person. Make a comment back.
Yes.
Ask them. If you can't be a help to someone, don't be a hindrance. Plain and simple.
And here's another point I see down there that Ditsy D's trying to make. You know, she says, I have a food addiction. All addictions are painful. And addictions aren't necessarily pills and booze. You can have an addiction. Exactly. You can have a sex addiction. I mean, there's different kinds of addictions. So
guys, we all have a YouTube addiction. And that is real.
Yes.
Okay, even the fact that Summer's last fix on the milk cartons, but not missing, is how these people communicated.
Well, I'm still going to go back up here. I think I saw somebody say, how is she not on Hawkins County missing child list? Now, that I cannot answer. I just know I keep looking over and over just about once a week, maybe even 2 or 3 times. I have called Lawson,
Hello,
myself,
Shalina.
and left a message and said, why is Summer not there? Please call back. He hasn't called back. So I cannot answer why is she not there, but trust me, I check once a week. Now that I know Pruitt's on this, I may get his information and say, yo, bub, I need to know an answer. Why is Summer Wells not on Hawkins County missing child? She needs to be.
It upsets me too, hon. Says I can't imagine not wanting to know where my child is.
Exactly.
I know where my child is been 10 years, and I grieve every day. This case has broken my heart for Summer, a beautiful child, and such a sad little 5-year-old. I think it's what her had, the little 5-year-old. Anyways,
Right.
But yes, I agree.
Yeah.
It does need to be spoken about. I agree 100%. And anytime anybody wants to get on here
and talk about it, we have an open panel.
We can have a meeting. You know, if people need support, all you got to do is get a hold of me and say, hey, can we do a live real quick? I need some support going on here. I'm about to use and I don't want to, or you know, anything. I am here to try to help the children, and every single one of you is someone's child.
Yes.
No matter your age.
Listen, you get on here and you're a grandparent. Just say my grandson or my granddaughter needs help. We will help you help them. We promise. Me and Nana will do what we need to do. CC anybody who, you know, you need the resources, the help. We promise we will do it for you. We will help you. We promise.
I have noticed that, Linda, and I believe it's because those videos were took 2 different times. Like I said in that other video I did about Hunter, I question the fact that I don't think he was even there. I don't think he was around on the 15th at all. I think it was a script that was used, and he was used as a supposed witness.
Right.
How do we get her on the missing list?
Okay. First, before you get her, this is what my understanding is. Before we get her on the missing list, we have to get law enforcement to say why she's not, because they may have specific reasons to not put her there, but the public is trying to put her there. And that's what I do at least once a week. I call Lawson. He will not answer back though. And I say, hey, I really need to figure out why you want to keep Summer off the list. You see what I'm saying? It's me against law enforcement, because they think that law enforcement may be not putting her on there for other reasons. Maybe they have a darn good reason. So do y'all want me to keep pushing to get her put on there, or what? I don't care to. I need y'all's opinion. I want to keep pushing it, but if Lawson, I wish he would express his reasons why not, so that I can either get her on there or not. What do y'all guys think? Just please tell me. Quit pushing it. What do you want me to do? I have pushed it this entire time though.
Lisa says, look how babies are when they are born with drugs in their bodies. They can't just go cold turkey. That's true. Cece, thank you for the phone number for the helpline, substance abuse helpline. Absolutely.
Oh, thank you, CC. Thank you. 1-800-662-4357. Appreciate that.
She is on the national data missing list. Summer is on that.
Okay, the national data. But as far as Hawkins County themselves, no.
Right. Oh,
I want her on Hawkins County. I want her on the where she represents, where she comes from. Do y'all think I should keep pushing that? Someone please tell me. I've been pushing it for 9 months, because it was about a month into it that I found out she was not.
Thank you, Lisa.
or do we just leave her on that national?
If you look
And
at the
hope that-
screen, it's telling you right there on the screen, single mom.
Skip Hawkins and
Go straight to the state.
go straight to the state. Okay, there you go. All righty. Thank you.
Script, yes. Candace was high, nodding off. Summer went roaming, woke up Grandis, and boys have no idea she freaks. Story is drawn to high drug use. I don't think she knows what happened. I don't think she does either. There was two things I was going to say a minute ago, and I forgot what it was now. Crap.
Think about it, Hayden. Think about it. It might come back to you or something. Think about it.
So there's April saying, what about the state instead of local?
Okay. I mean, I'll try whatever. Okay. Okay. So everybody wants me to bypass Hawkins County from now on. Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Shaleem, I don't believe him either.
No, Jose. No, that's a no way, Jose. Exactly.
And, there's a bunch of your answers right there.
Yeah. That's a no way, Jose. I don't believe him either. Exactly. He's just trying to slide in there and save himself at the last minute, I believe. And it's, yeah. There's no.
Okay, let's listen. Look here. It says, I had the United States Justice Supreme Court's Addy. If anyone needs it, I will pull my papers and get it for you. If you will pull it out and send it to me on the email, I will make sure that it gets posted.
Yes, please. 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 Great. Thank you. Thank you for your help. I appreciate that.
Something kind of creepy. Candace shaved her and Summer's heads, I think, in an attempt to ugly her up. Candace was jealous.
I think it was, yeah. Yes. There you go. There you go. Also, it could have been an attempt that, okay, I mean, this has not been brought out, so I'm going to say it's a theory of mine. If it's true, what has been said that Dawn's been, giving Summer drugs, well, it could be, where you could be tested by your hair. You know what I'm saying? So they shaved her head to keep that from happening. Does that make sense?
Right, but then again, they test with the hair follicle, not the actual hair.
Well, yeah, that's true too, but the hair has a lot to do with it as the follicles do. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Gotcha.
Okay,
but I think that
single mom, hold up before I forget it again. Okay. Two things not important at all, guys, but I just wanted to say one, YouTube, I'm still trying to figure out YouTube, okay? So forgive me for this, but this was another step in the process. So I had to do memberships, but I did, I think they're like $1.99 or $2.99 or something like that. And the only thing that happens is I'm going to do like a members only stream for 1 hour a week. That would be the perk. And the other thing is I have not forgot about the backpacks, trying to get the stuff together for the kids. But the thing is my money is stuck on YouTube. I still have not received any money from YouTube. It keeps saying that I can't put in my banking information until they verify that I've met the threshold. The threshold was $100. I bypassed that a while back, but there's nobody to call on YouTube and say, hey, something's fishy here. So until I get that figured out, I can't get paid. And until I can get paid, I can't get the stuff for the backpacks. So I've not forgot about that. I still plan on doing that. And I'm planning on doing it in memory of Summer, whether she gets brought home safe, sound, and good to go, or she just gets brought home for justice to be served. But I've not forgotten it. I just wanted to put that out there so nobody thinks I did just run my mouth about it and then just forget. I didn't. I'm just waiting on the money. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say.
There you go. Crime 411 says, I think it's funny how people are accusing me of being other creators just so they can take my content and tell people it's them. Wow. Well, Crime 411, there's a lot of people taking content and it's just wrong. I don't know how to deal with that because I'm not on YouTube like that, but still
Who is
stealing somebody's content just
I've
doesn't make
never
sense.
heard that crime 11 or crime 411.
Exactly.
I've not heard that, but out of 2 people now, and it wasn't about you, unless you are that one girl that everybody was going crazy over for a while. But I've not heard it, sweetheart. So
Yes, CC's right. It says Sweet Summer is on the National and Exploited Missing Children's website. So that's good. Yes, I know. But I think on they've done everything national and stuff like that, but she needs to be put locally as well. I mean, the more you know, the more you know.
our follicle test here in New Zealand gets sent to Orlando. They said, goodness, that's serious. Yep.
Yeah. So
if the grand jury doesn't bring nothing out, we should all start calling the governor's office. Ring his phone off the wall.
That was going to be my next. Yep. That was going to be my next thing, that if the grand jury comes out, nothing happens there, I was going to start calling my government officials. Yes. Thank you, Miss Linda. I agree.
I tell you what, as long as I don't get in trouble for it, whenever we came up with that, the address for the Supreme Court Justice or whatever it was said a minute ago, when I get that information, I'll get the information for Bill Lee and all that, and I'll just make a video and put all those information out there. And anybody that wants to write to them can.
Actually, it's probably not a bad idea to maybe get them involved just to get out addresses for right now, like Nana's saying, just kind of, but we'll have to be careful kind of working with that at this point as well. But you're right. Absolutely.
Exactly.
So, yes.
Well, this one hasn't been as fun as it was the other night, but I can't believe we're already an hour and a half into it.
Yeah, it seems like when you get on these streams, the time goes by. I mean, it's like boosh, man. Next thing you know,
we had a 3-hour-long live the other night. We had fun. It was nothing serious talked about.
Well, sometimes I agree. We need to get on here and laugh for the day. I do agree with that. I certainly do. We don't have to be serious all the time. So I got you on that one.
Granny T says, or call Tennessee State Attorney General. True.
Okay.
Silence. Okay, I found if so, you will have to find out who the honorable judge is and address it to them. Mine was Jeff Sessions, but he is no longer there. So here is the address.
Okay.
Are you emailing it to me? That if you email it to me, that way I can save it. If you put it on here, it's going to be hard to get a hold of.
Yeah, I would email it so that, yeah.
If you don't have the email address, here, let me put it up there for you.
Jeff Sessions is the attorney. Yes, Jeff Sessions. That's right. I couldn't think of our attorney general's name. Tennessee, it is Jeff Sessions. That's right.
CC says operator issues is her error is her problem.
Right. Yes. Sometimes
she was supposed to be
doing this. It is the operator. Yeah, it's Honorable Jeff Sessions is just send Nana all the info, and she can, like she said, she'll put it out here to us. So make sure she gets that, okay, guys? Yes, CC, that's who needs to be contacted. That Honorable Jeff Sessions. Yes. But that's not his whole address. You can't just put Honorable Jeff Sessions, Attorney General, Department of Justice. It probably has to be or can you just do that? I don't know. I'm thinking you'd have to look up an actual street address and stuff, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm assuming she's going to send that to me.
Great. But yes, Jeff Sessions. Yeah.
Hello, Miss Cristola. How are you today, darling?
Look at all these new people, Nana, and all these new faces. I love it. I wasn't in yet. I wasn't
Chris,
in the other nights for some reason. I must have been gone or something.
Who was it? Lisa was saying I was handing out wrenches like I was Oprah the other day. Here you
You
got
get it,
one. Here you
Oprah?
got one. But I
You
wasn't.
get it?
It was
You
Lisa and
get it,
Christola.
Oprah? You get one, you get one, you get
Yeah.
one.
But it wasn't. Hey, and you came in early on this because you didn't have to take a
Were you there when the Scotty Trexler?
they had to take a pledge the other night to get a wrench.
Oh. Well,
They
my
sure
wrench
did.
come. Well, my wrench come. You know, you was like, you want to do this. I don't think I had to do any pledges or anything. So thank goodness, because if I'd act like a fool, I don't know. You could have had the wrench if I'd act like a fool.
They didn't have to act like a fool. They just said that they had to say that they were going to watch my back and everybody in here and not let people talk bad and stuff.
First of all, these guys right here is my family, so they won't be nobody talking bad about anybody. So yeah, let's not, nah. And back up here, somebody asked me, Linda, were you there when the Scotty Trexler case happened? Yes.
When the what?
Scotty Trexler case. Before I get into that, y'all, if you're not familiar with Scotty Trexler, I will discuss that some other time because I'm not going to tell y'all about it. I want y'all to look it up. That was one heck of a case. Scotty Trexler was one heck of a case.
Okay, hang on. We got a question here before you get involved. Shay, a wrench means that you are a bouncer in a bar and you're looking for the bad guys to knock them out, to get rid of them if they start talking bad or bashing the host or somebody that's on panel, or if they're just, talking bad in general, then you can time them out or you can ban them from the chat. So basically, you're a bouncer at a bar.
Pretty much. That's how you describe it. You're a bouncer at a bar. Oh, thank you, Ditzy D. She said, love this channel. Me too. Love this room. Me too.
Single Mom and Ditzy D were my first two bouncers.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes, we were. I will be glad to call any state official. I live in North Carolina. Summer has touched. Please, Granny T, if yes, please call any North Carolina officials. They could probably get with the Tennessee officials and yes, please, baby, please. If you'll be glad to do that, let us know. Yes, please.
You had what law changed, sweetheart?
I live in not. Yes, Linda. What law was changed, babes? I'm just now seeing that. That's awesome. If she had a law changed and stuff, great. Yes, that's awesome.
Christola says I call it slinging the wrench or whooping trolls. There you go, Christola.
I call it both, slinging the wrench to whoop those trolls. You know what I mean?
Yes, Linda, please tell us about it.
Yes. Tell us about contacting your officials and stuff. And I mean, no, Linda. What was she saying? That's the wrong person. Well, let me go back.
Right here.
I don't remember what Linda was talking about.
Right here. Linda said I was the one who came in and had that law changed. I lived in Knoxville at the time.
Oh, the Scotty Trexler law? What is she? There is a Scotty Trexler law.
It is. That's the one she's talking about right there. Yeah.
Oh, really? How? Okay, Linda, how did that get changed, babe? I'm aware of the Scotty Trexler. Yes. How did you change that law? How? Let's talk about it for a minute if you want to. If not, that's okay too. But yeah, Scotty Trexler law was something else. It got my attention real quick too.
That Single Mom, they also had to do a spit handshake the other night too.
Oh, I'm
telling you, we had a ball the other night. Marianne was handing out snacks and drinks and
oh wow,
Ditzy D was dancing.
Oh wow,
and singing. What we did, we had fun.
I bet I probably had to go do some stuff that evening and missed it. Well, I wish I'd have been here.
it was about 12 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock at night when I went live.
Okay.
And we talked
Cece, I
about,
love you too, babes. She changed it, and it's the Scotty Trexler law, right? Which I forgot years ago about what that's about, but I can look it up again. But yes, that was kind of, yeah, Scotty Trexler was a real bad situation, if I can recall. But I'm glad that, and there is a Scotty Trexler law. Thank you, Linda, if you're the reason that there is a Scotty Trexler law. I appreciate that, babes. But if those of y'all who are not familiar with Scotty Trexler, please look it up on your time. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to, because it doesn't ring a bell for me. What rings a bell for me in the Knoxville is the Christian, what was their names? The two kids.
Now that I don't know what you're talking about. I knew about who?
You know, the little girl and boy, or they were boyfriend, girlfriend. One was Christian something, and the other one was
Cece, I love you too, babes.
I can't think of their names, but they were tortured, and one of them was burnt, and they were getting in their car and getting ready to leave, and like 5 people jumped them and kidnapped them and tortured them, and then disposed of them.
Cece says, single mom, do you have a drop you can drop for Summer's Law petition? Not at the moment, because I'm terrible at dropping links. For one, there is a Summer's Law petition that we are trying to, it's a more of a CPS reform, child abuse, stop child abuse. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1 thing. But I'm terrible at dropping links. So, yeah.
Okay. Cece, I'll give it to you when after the live goes off. Okay.
Thank you, Nana. I knew you had it probably.
I don't have it handy. Christola, I did a small Mandela effect video this evening. It should already be out. And depending on how much traction we get from it, I'm thinking about, if enough people are interested, then on Thursday we'll just do a live talking about the Mandela effect. And that's not that I'm trying to get away from the Summer case or any of the cases.
Oh, no.
Just so that everybody can have a breather and maybe have something to laugh about, and, just stress-free kind of thing. But
yes,
if enough people are interested, we're going to do the live on the Mandela effect. And hopefully you can come up on panel. And Nishnob.
Okay, Lisa Renee says she's never heard of Scotty Trexler. That's why I say, if you have not, just look him up on your own time. It's a wild story. It's yeah. Didn't the Tennessee legislature, Granny T down here, say passed the baby Evelyn Amber Alert law last year? Yes. Her mom, Megan, has not went up on trial yet, but she comes up in September. But yes, there are, it's been passed to, it's not passed out to public. It's been passed down in the House. So it's not a complete House passed bill yet, but yes, it's getting there. That they're changing Amber Alerts and things like that. Yes.
Granny T, yes, ma'am, believe so, Christola says.
So, yes. It's just, it takes time to pass it down in the House and things like that. But yeah, baby Evelyn May Boswell will have also, here's another law. And yesterday I really thought about it and posted on my Facebook. It was 4 years that little baby Joe Clyde Daniels has been missing. Well, starting July the 1st, a new law comes out called the Joe Clyde Daniels law. Okay.
Awesome.
Here's how it works. You know how his dad, Joseph Ray, because you can't be called a dad and hurt your child, but Joseph Ray Daniels killed little Joe Clyde. He was
Don't
convicted.
say that. Don't say that.
Well, he
He's
he was.
responsible for Joe Clyde not being here anymore.
I know. Yeah. Okay.
And he admitted to it, and he is in prison now. And so is
The
mom.
rest of his life.
Mom signed a plea deal, so she'll be out in like 15 years.
She will be out less time than that. They're giving her 5 years credit because she stayed in the Dixon County Jail already for 5 years. So before she even goes to prison, she's got a 5-year credit. But anyway, let me get back to Joe Clyde, baby Joe Clyde Daniels, the law. It takes effect July the 1st of this year, and it states that if you go to prison, you're refusing to tell where the body is, you will not, like, if Crystal thinks she can go and be out in 10 years and she hasn't told law enforcement about where Joe Clyde is, she's not getting out. So it's made sure that you will not be paroled or nothing until you tell where the remains are.
Wow, Linda, that's awesome. Linda says, I was at every Walmart and Kmart every weekend and got thousands of signatures, and then met with legislature and government at the time. Took almost a year.
That's it. It takes time to do things like that. But I think it's pretty cool that, parents who think that, like the West, think they can just go to prison and not tell what they did to little Sincere and Classic. Well, that's not true. They'll end up telling if they, but yeah.
Okay, hang on one second. There was somebody a minute ago asked about the Mandela effect, said they wanted to hear about it. And so
what is that exactly?
Okay. And if I'm incorrect, for whoever knows about it, just jump in and let me know. All right. Nelson Mandela, you know who he is, correct? Okay.
Yes. I know who Nelson Mandela is.
Half the world remembers Nelson Mandela actually dying while he was in prison in the 1980s.
Yes.
The other half of the world knows that he died in 2013. But now you have school books. They're no longer in they've retired the school books now. But in South Africa in 1991, they actually published books that children learned out of that said Nelson Mandela died on July the 23rd, 1991.
Yeah, so, there's been many discussions on when he actually died.
Okay, that's the Mandela. That's the Mandela effect, whereas half the world remembers one thing and half the world remembers it completely.
Another. Got you.
So, like as in the Berenstain Bears or the Berenstain Bears. Right. We all grew up knowing that it was Berenstain, spelt with an E-I-N.
Yes.
Now they're saying, no, that's not true. It's Berenstain, spelled A-I-N.
Right.
Ed McMahon, that's my favorite. Ed McMahon. Ed McMahon was known for years and years and years as being the person that delivered the big checks for the Publishers Clearinghouse. When you were in, right? My mother had the hugest crush on him, and she entered every sweepstakes publishers ever put out because she wanted to meet Ed McMahon.
Right.
Now, Publishers Clearinghouse has actually put out a public statement on their website stating Ed McMahon has never, ever had any connection whatsoever. He was never a spokesperson for them. He has never been connected with them whatsoever. But there are still videos on YouTube that states that where him and Dick Clark, or I think it's the Johnny Carson show, and they're talking about giving out the checks.
Right. So, yeah.
Single mom, take over for a minute. I need to find out what this phone call's about.
Oh, okay. Well, I was jacking my jaws, but now that I'm actually, in charge for a second, what do we want to talk about? I'm sorry, she has to see Nana's. Lots of people haven't heard of me. No, I'm sorry, no. But actually, I mean, I don't know.
Okay, I'm back.
Right now,
Sorry about that.
you there? Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead. Yeah. Okay.
But
Well, a lot of
anyways,
people, modern people, have not heard of Nelson Mandela. It's just they have not. It's a shame, but they haven't. But you can
well,
easily Google him. I mean, it's not.
if he didn't die in the 80s, and if he didn't die in 1991, he became the first president of South Africa.
Yes.
If he didn't die all those years ago.
He was the first president of South Africa. That's exactly right.
So
Yes.
well, that's what it is, DTD. It's just an accumulation of facts like the Kit Kat bar. How you spell is Kit Kat on the candy bar? Does it have the dash in between the words or not?
Right. Here we go. Linda Fields said, now she's talking about the Scotty Trexler law. Okay. Says at the time of Scotty Trexler, it took 3 strikes to really get time for any abuse. We won first strike, you're out, and you get the death penalty if found guilty. Don and Candace will probably go under this law. There you go.
Goodness.
There you go. There you go. It used to be 3 strikes. That's correct. But now it's 1 strike. It can be 1 strike. Exactly. Thank you.
And Ditsy D, yes, Nishnob is right. It has affected the Bible actually too.
Yes.
Everybody knows the Isaiah 11:6. It says, and I mean, there's blankets and pictures and everything. We've all grew up with it, with a lion laying next to a lamb, or a lamb laying next to a lion.
Yes.
And that's because in Isaiah 11:6 it says, the lamb shall lie with the lion shall lie with the lamb. Everybody grew up knowing that. If you look at the King James Version Bible now, no matter if it was printed yesterday or if it was printed 80 years ago, that verse is not in the Bible anymore.
Right.
It says the wolf shall lie with the lamb.
Lamb. Thank you. Yes.
So
yes.
it has
Thank you.
the Bible as well.
Yes. And I'm proud of anybody who can go at a state's level, such as Linda, and change a law. That's great. I just want to put that out there. That's totally awesome. That's totally awesome.
Linda, if you are already schooled in doing all this, you need to get a hold of Bobby Cantonese. You can get a hold of her through No Thanks Investigates YouTube channel. Doug,
yes,
he can get you in touch with her. She's the one that's behind the Summers law and trying to get it pushed through.
Yes,
and they're still on the petition level trying to get the signatures and stuff. So if you would get a hold of her, or you can just get a hold of Doug at No Thanks Investigates.
Well, I mean, I've got Bob. I've got Bobby Cat's information. I mean, she don't really have to go through Doug to get anything. I mean, I've got Bobby Cat's information, phone numbers and everything, her emails and everything. Me and Bobby Cat keep in touch. I love that.
Well, I mean, that's great. It was Doug was the one that came out with it, so I'm trying to give him credit.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Watch his Nelson Mandela's funeral. It's creepy too. Well, I'd say so. I gotta go. Blessings to y'all. Don't stop praying for Summer. Thank you, Zero. It says I gotta go. Blessings to all. Don't stop praying for Summer, honey. I've never stopped praying for Summer. I pray for her day and night.
Thank you for stopping by, sweetheart.
That's right. Come back again. See, we've got around 6,000 signatures. There you go. So yeah.
You wish you'd have lived in the Bible Belt sooner. Well, honey, the people, there's some preachers that believe that of the Mandela effect, but there's a lot of people out there that bash people who believe it too. But plain and simple fact is, you can go in and
Right.
people are trying to say, oh, it's because it's new prints that where the Bible has come out and they've changed it and stuff, but it's not. There are people who are digging out Bibles that were printed 100 years ago and proving that stuff in those Bibles have changed as well. So it's
Right.
and I'm not trying to push my belief off on nobody. It's a hobby or an interest that I got into back in 2016 when my son told me about it. And I just find it very interesting. No, it doesn't affect everyday
Exactly.
life. I mean, it doesn't affect everyday life any more than ruining your childhood memories of your mother being in love with a man that she always wanted to meet and coming to find out that he supposedly never held that job. But other than that, it doesn't hurt anybody. It's just interesting all the things that are changing. Like in Forrest Gump, it says that he never said the line, life is like a box of chocolates. That supposedly was never said.
Okay.
On Star Wars, Darth Vader supposedly never said, Luke, I am your father. Supposedly that wasn't said. It was supposed to have been, no, I am your father. Although James Earl Jones is the guy that played Darth Vader, and he even argues that it said Luke.
Right.
But, you know, it's just weird stuff. There's also Mandela effect animals out there. I mean, has anybody ever saw a cat that has wings? There are cats who have wings now. There are horses who have mustaches and beards. Chickens fly from the coop to the ground, from a roosting place down to the ground. Chickens now can pick up and fly through the sky just like a regular bird. Right. I mean, there's 6 foot long bats. You know, there's all kinds of crazy stuff out there now. Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
They renamed on the funeral day and a number 66. Oh.
I didn't know that. But thank you, Dee. I guess single mom left us. I don't know where she went. Things got awfully quiet, though. Wow. Anyways, guys. So we're coming up on 2 hours anyways. So we're probably going to go ahead and see. Going to be going down a rabbit hole soon. Yes, we are. Glass frogs. Oh, I've seen those. You can see all the way through their body. Yeah, I've seen that. And have you seen the, I don't know what desert it is, the Sahara Desert or whatever it is. It's overseas somewhere. And the sands look like a rainbow. Well, now in Hawaii, they have trees that look just like that desert. And I believe it's in Nevada. They have deserts that look like that desert that's supposed to be overseas. I can't think of the name of that place. I'm getting old, guys. I can't remember things. I guess single mom did leave, so. Anyways, guys, we're going to wrap it up. And like I said, if I get enough interest in on that video that I put out today about the Mandela effect, hopefully we can get some people in there. We can have an actual discussion, debate about the Mandela effect and see where it goes. Like I said, I'm not trying to take away from the missing kids or from Summer, but it's nice just to have a no brain session every now and then. Sorry, I'm still here just Googling and researching my butt off. Thank you so much for your positive energies and high vibrations. I'm off down my hole to see what I see. Well, thank you so much, Shay, for coming. I really do appreciate you guys. She rolled out. Yeah, I think she did. I don't think she's too interested in the Mandela effect, maybe. It was good to see her. I'm glad to know that she's okay. She's supposed to go on Doug's this evening and let them know that she's okay. Nishnob will do. Love stuff like that, but I am a tinfoil hat wearer. Oh, Christola. I am when it comes to some stuff, sweetheart. Like the Mandela effect and stuff. Did you ever hear that supposedly the world was destroyed in 2012? And that's part of the reason why the Mandela came into effect was because they had to go back and repair the stuff that got destroyed. Okay, well, then I'll just stick around. I don't care. Lisa, you don't have to leave. Evidently, you guys, if you guys are going to stick around, I'll stick around. I have no one to talk to but my poor little puppy, and she is tired of hearing me talk. Like the other night, the rules still apply. If you guys decide that you're tired and you want to leave, feel free. You're not going to, it's not going to hurt my feelings. Nana brought us here for a reason. I did. There's a conspiracy theory behind it, too. You better watch out. I'm just playing, folks. Or am I? You're going to go watch it now? No, it's not like the Cabal. I promise. Good night, Storm, baby. And I appreciate you emailing that to me. And I'm pretty sure it's the video that I was talking about. What are you? What? Well, come on, guys. Give me something to talk about. I mean, I could talk all night about the Mandela effect, but you guys, I want to talk about what you guys want to talk about. So, Nishnob, do you know any other cool facts about the Mandela effect that I can write down in my notebook? We can talk about on Thursday. That is, as long as nothing major happens on Thursday or before Thursday that we need to do a big announcement about. But it's been 10 months. I don't think there's going to be any big announcement. Thank you, Cece. Right. 2012 was reset for our matrix, yes. And Jeremiah, I believe it wasn't it Jeremiah who spoke out against the scientists and told the truth? He was blowing the whistle on them. Are you in? Sweetheart, all you got to do is type in the Mandela effect into Google, and you're going to get way more than what you ever bargained for. But if you'll start with the video that I made this evening, it came out about 4 o'clock, I think. You can start there. And once you get that into your, because it just starts out small. And then you can go start digging into the Mandela effect. It's very interesting. Yes, there is a movie. There is a movie called The Mandela Effect. And it's really good too. Thank you, Christola. But it's for all us tinfoil hat wearing people. We sort of start talking about it and we can't shut up. Did you see Christola? She's going to drop some links for you. So don't go nowhere yet. CC, are you learning anything new about the Mandela effect? I know you're a newbie. Does it sound interesting to you? Do you believe in having different timelines in the same world? Are you gone, D? Good night, sweetheart. Try to get you some rest, okay? CC, Christola just dropped that link. You can probably take and look it up. True, some people do see them, some people don't. I wished I could remember the name of the guy that does it. Scary. What is his? There's a guy. Biscuit. All Time Scary, guys. If y'all want to find out about the Mandela effect, do All Time Scary. Look him up. He's been doing it for at least 4 years now. And he does, like at least 5, if not more of them, every time he puts a video out. No, I've never seen Black Sheep. Where can I find that at? Chris Farley. Oh, I've got one for you. Watch me not be able to remember her name now. The girl that played on my mind is going, I'm telling you. Played with Burt Reynolds. Something in the Bandit movie. Anyways, the female actress, she used to play the Flying Nun, for the ones that are old enough to remember that movie. The way she spells her name is supposed to be a Mandela effect. Sally Fields. It is no longer Sally Fields. It is Sally Fields. Or Sally Field, yeah. It's the way we remember it, that's not how it is anymore. Go check that one out. Yeah, All Time Scary and All Time he's really good. He's always got good videos out. But check out mine first, guys. Don't forget. I need the clicks and the views. If we're gonna be on here. Yes, you heard Biscuit, didn't you, Cece? She's going crazy. Somebody or one of the dogs is outside and she's going crazy over it. Netflix good because I've got Netflix. So if anybody, the Star Wars already brought up, but the fact that there's one CP3O. Did anybody know that he supposedly is not all gold? He supposedly has one silver leg and has always been that way. I've never heard of it. Bing, bing, bing. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right. Um, deer head on the cover. You need to be quiet and stop your barking. My dog is a very loud dog to be a Chihuahua. Yeah, Sally Field instead of Sally Fields, but it's always been Sally Fields to us. There's one about the 7-Eleven store. There's actually nowadays there's pretty much a Mandela effect about pretty much everything. Like I said, people, come on, horses have mustaches now. There's snakes out there that look like men's body parts. Yeah, that too, yes. They really, really like me. Y'all have got to go check this stuff out, seriously. In the Wizard of Oz, the Scarecrow is carrying a silver 6-shooter. Now, for all you older people who watched the Wizard of Oz multiple times when you were younger, how many of you ever saw the Scarecrow carrying a silver 6-shooter? I never saw a gun in that movie in my life. It's okay. Christella, we're all buffering if you actually think about it. We all have to stop and think. I know I've been buffering. I think of how many times I can't remember how to say something. I'm starting to wonder if maybe I'm getting Alzheimer's or old timers, actually. Old timers. Well, Cece, you want to jump back up here? Or are you just going to stay gone? Right. This sort of went haywire, this live did, didn't it? Mandela sort of took over. Of course, that's what it does. That's what it's doing to the whole world, is taking over the whole world. So why not take over this live? See, I heard there are hidden things in the Wizard of Oz movie. Yes, I've heard that too. Yeah, he's packing now. I swear I don't ever remember seeing a gun in that. I thought wasn't it him that always carried the oil can for the Tin Man? I could have swore that's what he always carried around with him. You're still having mic trouble. Okay. Hi, Sunset. You're sleepy. See. Nana's Mandela effect video first, y'all. Nana's Mandela effect. You mean Nana's? It was the computer that screwed up that spelling. I know what you meant. Six-foot chicken, 6-foot bats. 6-foot bats we have now, guys. They hang upside down in trees and almost touch the ground. Lisa, that's so true. What? Not a gun. He didn't have a brain. There's a ghost boy. What? There's a ghost boy in the background of 3 men and a baby. Wow. It's okay. Are you saying you're wanting to go lay down and go to sleep? You don't have to stick around if you are so sleepy, sweetheart. You need your rest. We're basically just goofing off now. I just received a comment. It says, well, aren't you on the ball? That's a wonderful piece of information. I wasn't aware it's so early in April. Thank you very much. I think we'll see something happen in June. But I know a couple of things, at least, that have to be ready that are very unlikely by April date. Kudos to you. Well done. I wonder who that Linda is. I'm not going to say their whole name, but says, thank you for checking that out for us. I'm praying every day for summer moon. My viewers and my subs are such sweet people. All of you. Mandy says, thank you for the important information. Really appreciated. Crime 411, which was in here earlier, I don't know if they're still here, posted a comment. It said, why are they telling me something different? That place has lost it. I wonder what they told her. Him. I'm assuming it's a girl. I don't know. Huh. Na. Batman. What niche knob? When you hear the word Nana, isn't that what you think of as Batman? I'm hoping that they will. I'm just praying that people in my comments earlier today that were saying that that John Pruitt was just trying to throw Candace off, let her, get her guard down and let her keep partying and talking and thinking that she's gotten away with it. And then right before election or right before the grand jury meets or something, they bring the hammer down. That's what I'm hoping and praying for. Tornadoes in Georgia. We're supposed to be getting some real bad storms here, but I haven't listened to them. I hope we don't get no tornadoes. I'm in a 30-foot camper. I don't know, honey. I've watched The Wizard of Oz so many times in my life. I don't know if I can handle sitting watching through it again. Why? Wait a minute. Lisa, why are you saying... Why do you think it is that I might not have gotten paid yet? I'm interested. I'm your leader. Ooh. So, but seriously, if you think there might be a reason why they're not processing the information so I can put my banking information in there, let me know. Because this is driving me nuts. I will say, I did pray to the good Lord above that I receive money. Because at this point in time in my life, I am needing money. And the Lord answered my prayers, guys. He did. I have money. I have money on YouTube and I have money on my Cash App. I had a generous person who gave me money. Guess what? The Lord made sure that I will never be without money again. Because I forgot to include that I need to have access to this money. He gave me the money. He just didn't give me any access to it. I guess you have to be real specific when you're talking to the good Lord. It's not been storming up here real bad. It's just been raining on and off all day. Get up here, Biscuit. Come here. No, I think Chris Watt's case. Oh. That's what you think when you're Nana? You know, I never heard a grandmother. Now, I'd heard like aunts and stuff be called nanny or something close to that until I had my grandkids start calling me Nana. And after that, it seems like the whole world has turned into nothing but Nanas. I guess it's sort of like when you never notice a specific color or kind of car until you start dating somebody with that kind of car. And then it seems like they're all over the place. Now, I have heard about the munchkin being hung in the background. And I have looked for it and I've never found it. Actually, they say it's supposed to have been a man that was hanging in the woods. You're supposed to be able to see it through the trees. But that came about long before the Mandela effect did. Your nanny? What my kids had was, she wasn't really their blood aunt, but it was just an older lady, and she was an aunt to my kids as cousins, and they all called her nanny. And I mean, that's all she'd ever been called, but I've never heard a grandmother called Nana until I started being called Nana. And now you can find it all over shirts and everything. Mm. Oh, it might be the Mandela effect while I'm not getting paid. You're right. I forgot about that. Nishnob, they're saying it was Bird moving his head. You can see it clearly. Everyone hit the like button and subscribe. I'm going to go see the Mandela effect. Nice. Well, we try to respect everybody here, Linda, and I hope you did subscribe, sweetheart, and I hope you stick around. And Mimi's, yes, and Mimi's. Are you a Mimi, Lisa? Thank you, Linda. Yes. Thank you, Christola. You guys are so great. They are. My dog's looking at me like I'm crazy. USA, USA. Why are you chanting USA? You're from Canada. If you like the USA, why don't you move on down here? Or do you live close enough you can just walk out your back door and be in the USA? Is life really that much different in Canada than it is here? I couldn't imagine it is just because you step across the border. I mean, of course, I think about a lot of crazy stuff. Like if you got the border goes through the middle of town, and you got, you know, Mexico on one side of the street and the United States on one side of the street, the language is not going to change. I mean, those people see each other every day, so they're obviously going to talk like each other. I can't imagine that Canada would be any different. Although, like I said, the guy that I dated, you know, he did talk a little funny every now and then. He sure had that part down pat. Oh, thank you, Nishnob. You guys are great. Maybe one of these days when I become a millionaire from YouTube. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I think that's funny too. But when we get enough money going on this channel, maybe we'll just have us a great big old party in real life. Don't tempt you. Well. Oh, and by the way, Nishnob, I did go back and I looked at the chat the other night, and I do want to thank you for that compliment. I greatly appreciate that. I didn't see it the other night or when it was live, but and one day you're going to have to send me a picture of your ex so I can see for myself what she looked like. Oh, I have one of those too, but now my mini me is now 17. And well, I have two mini me's actually. One's 17 and one's 15 now. And of course, they're teenagers, so Lord forgive us for our feelings towards teenagers. Y'all don't know what it's like to be in a house with like 8 teenagers at one time. And I'm talking, you live with them 24 hours a day, every single day, with only 2 girls. Really? I thought, what? Well, yeah, I guess. But I mean, but life still isn't that different, is it? I mean, it's not like he darts in your door and tells you, you know, it's time for the lights to go out and all that crap. But if it's bad, you should move to the United States. Not that it's much better here, but they say it is. I don't know. I've never lived in another country, so I don't know. Yes, I do. I remember my mom talking about that all the time when I was little about those 4 states. Ah, I think the detective is incompetent and overloaded. He was full of shit, in my opinion. Sweetheart, do you have room for other people in your opinion? Because pretty much everybody is in your opinion about that. Well, am I saying it wrong? I don't know how to pronounce it. I tried looking it up. There is no pronunciation on Google for that word. None. If you try to type it in, it gives you 500 other words. Hell, I was just looking for the meaning of it. Wasn't getting nowhere. You're too young. Huh? What am I too young for? Lisa, are you talking to me? That's not good. It's the same way here. All right, folks. Are y'all laughing at me and my accent or the way I talk? And if I'm saying something wrong, y'all got to call my attention to it. I cannot stand people who mispronunciate stuff. But if I'm not told how to say it, that the other girl that comes in here, Shalima, I could not pronounce her name the first time I saw it. I had to go to my granddaughter and ask her how to pronounce it because my granddaughter is part Mexican and it's a Spanish name. And that's how I learned how to say her name. Biscuit, it is raining outside. You're not going out. No. Well, thank you. And spelling is so we're native. I started to say Native American. You wouldn't be Native American though, would you? Well, thank you. I just don't want to sound ignorant, people. Well, thank you, Christella. Oh, honey, my oldest granddaughter's 18. My oldest son will be 39 this year. My youngest son will be 30, well, is 35 this year. Oh, you're so sweet. But you could tell me if I'm mispronouncing your name. That would make me feel a whole lot better. You guys are all so sweet. I love hanging out with you guys. Full blood. What tribe? Are you Cree? Hi, no filter. I'm doing good. How are you doing, sweetheart? We're just hanging out, by the way. We were trying to have a serious discussion earlier with CC, and that sort of didn't go right. And then we wound up just having single mom on, and then that sort of turned into the Mandela effect discussion. And then at 2 hours in, we just decided we were just going to be talking about everything. Is there anything you would like to discuss tonight, Miss No Filter? And with a name like No Filter, you have got to come on my panel one time. Where are you moving to, sweetheart? Share. Oh, thank you, Christella. Chippewa. Awesome. You've got to send me a picture now. Forget the picture of your old lady. Send me a picture of you. You're Indian, and I don't mean that in a slang term. You're native. And something you all will we're moving to Ohio, or from Ohio to Pennsylvania. You're going up there to live next to Molly, aren't you? Something you guys are going to learn about me at some point in time. Native American or native, period, native guys are the most handsome men in the world, in my opinion. I always thought that my whole life. Awesome. And you won't have no filter on either, will you? You'll just come out and say it like it is, right? Oh, it says I have lost everybody but one person. Is that true? Huh. Hello? Oh, okay, yeah. Some of my ancestors in the Cherokee part of the ancestors came from Ohio too. Actually moving closer to my mother-in-law, and absolutely no filter. I haven't had a filter since my mama was alive. Amen to that. I feel exactly the same way. Hello, Carrie. How are you, hon? Glad you're here. Make yourself at home. They call you Thunder. Okay. Wow. Oh, and by the way, you're native. That explains the shoe size. I don't know it. Well, now it says there's 2 people, 3 people in chat. A minute ago, it said 0 people in chat. I thought you had all had left me. Jody Jackson, hello. How are you, sweetheart? Gotcha. $25% Blackfoot. Yeah, that's what we all thought too. Cece called probably a week and a half, 2 weeks ago to turn in some information that she had to the TBI, and they told her that she had to call Hawkins County because they were in charge of the investigation. I'm older than you. Mine are 32, 27, 21, 20. I have 3 boys and 1 girl. My girl is, I have boy, boy, girl, boy. Hawkins County is in charge of the investigation. TBI is just being called in when they're needed. Exactly. No wonder Mr. Pruitt is overwhelmed. So what order, where does your little girl fall in, Lisa? Is she third one in? Oh, somebody's going to have to get in touch with me. Somebody, I need help figuring out the Cash App card and crap. Please, I'm asking for help. Somebody who has Cash App that knows more about it than I do. I need your help. Please email me or something so that we can exchange phone numbers and somebody can help me out with that. There's my email address. Please. I'm asking for your help. You are absolutely right. All he did was contradict himself, contradict Ronnie Lawson. It was unreal. I have the app. I've got the app. I have money in the app, and supposedly they're supposed to be mailing me my card. But as far as doing anything with the money that's on there, I can't do anything with it. Nothing. Has she ended what? Can you all hear me? Doug's going live in 30 minutes. Okay, well, let me ask you something. It says seen on a thing the other day that it says that you can only order stuff online with it, and if you want actual cash from it or to use in a store, you have to get the cash card. Is that true? That is so true. That is so true. And not to mention the fact that they keep changing what they're saying every 5 minutes. Nobody knows the damn truth. I still say that we need to get a petition going and see if we can't get search warrants and make them go up there and search that property and search all the places. Maybe if we all, like John Pruitt said, applicants can put their applications in. Maybe everybody on YouTube needs to take and send in an application, because obviously we all have better ideas than what that police department has. You should see my 27-year-old. He's so handsome. His hair is long. His skin is light brown and almost black eyes. Oh, awesome. I'm taking it he's a native too. Awesome. Okay, that would be great if it'll ever get here. Thank you, No Filter. Evidently, the storms are knocking us in and out, guys. Maybe that was why it said I had 0 people in here a while ago. Dumbass JLR's all over Beach Creek right now. He doxed Allie this morning. So he found out where Allie moved to. I know a lot of people's been wanting to know that. I mean, not know where she moved to, but the fact that she was being kicked out of her house. They were wondering where she was going to move to. And I wonder if they keep great grandbud out too. It was actually her house. It wasn't Allie's house. I think they give the mom and grandmother new lie detector tests. Oh, wow. Do you know when? Yeah, I see 7 of us in here too now. You're so right. Oh, man. How could he do that? No, it's fine, sweetheart. I I didn't know if maybe the storm knocked me offline and nobody, something wasn't going through. 6 on my side. I talked to that stupid Don Dare a while back. And he acts like he's getting Alzheimer's. I worked with him years ago when my kids were little. I was trying to, they were not getting rid of, but transferring a pediatrician that took care of my kids and 6 other unique children in this town. And he came down and did a story on it. And he was a very intelligent person. When I talked to him on the phone the other day about this case, he acted like a moron. Oh, wow. Hello, Shalima. How are you doing, sweetheart? Well, come on, guys. Talk to me. Either talk to me or email me one. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear you're good. Oh, that's awesome. That's true. What are they accomplishing standing outside hiding by people's houses? That's just like when he went to Jackie Dobbs's house. What good was that video? He went out there and stood and said, "There's Jackie Dobbs's house. I'm standing outside Jackie Dobbs's house." He was doing nothing more than standing in the street pointing at a house who may or may not have been Jackie Dobbs's house, for one. To be as smart as he could possibly be, he's an awfully dumb person. Fun fact: 90% of tourists are American. No shit, Sherlock. Please don't take offense if I say stuff like that. I don't mean anything by it. They accomplish nothing by going there except making themselves look like idiots. It's only JLR this time, though. I know I seen just a couple of minutes of Molly this morning, and somebody told her that JLR was all over Beach Creek, and she's like, is Betty with her? Or with him? Is Betty with him? And she was ready to jump in the car right then and book her a plane ticket. I think she's going to come back to Tennessee too. Molly is, not Betty. She's the baby. Oh, well, mine's not the baby. I don't have a filter either. I have more of a filter now than I used to. But yeah, I get what you mean. And I don't mean any offense when I say stuff like that. I don't mean any offense. If I'm saying something like that, then trust me, I consider you close enough that I can say something like that to you. Well, I sort of like watching her because she don't have no filter either. But now the part that I don't like is, and I don't, maybe it's just she has a nervous habit or something. I don't know, but she's always eating. And to me, it's just very uncouth to be eating on camera in front of however many people. I was raised with a little bit better manners than that. I was raised with a whole lot more manners than that. Oh, I'm sure the Americans miss you too, sweetheart. No wonder you know the fact that most tourists in Canada are Americans, huh? Where did I put my email at? It's scrolling across the bottom of the screen, sweetheart. Did you see it? True, true. But there's times that she's funny too. I mean, that's like, I'm going to get bashed for this. Oh, Lord, please don't. But Ryan Upchurch, I'm not a fan of his music. I mean, I'm sure there's some of it out there that's really good, but it's not like I go and listen to his stuff. But when it comes to him being funny, he is so hilarious as a comedian. Yes, she has way too much drama on her channel. I agree with that 100%. X22 report. What is X22 report? Lisa, if you're talking to me, send her my way. If she can help me, I would appreciate it. And if I'm saying this wrong, I apologize. Nishnab, you were saying that I needed an intro. Are you any good at doing those? If I wouldn't mind one bit to pay you if you can do one. If you would do it, I would pay you for it, because I obviously do not have the skills to do that anymore. I used to be really good on a computer. Then I got old. I'm not a fan of his music either. I couldn't even name one song he sings, but he's yes, he's comical. See, I'll get it out. I couldn't tell you one song he sings either. Not one. Who's Doug? His channel is No Thanks Investigates. He's going live here in just a little bit. He's funny. He's informative. He has a huge heart, but can be a little crude at times. So if you are soft-hearted, or just take what he says with a grain of salt when he starts being crude. But he's really funny. And for some reason, although I don't always agree with what he's saying or his opinions about things, for some reason I'll turn his channel on and I can fall asleep, because I have to watch TV when I go to sleep at night. And I can turn Doug's channel on and start listening to him and fall right to sleep. Fun fact. Yes, he is. I believe that. Isn't it? No thanks. What channel? Yeah. Yeah, channel. That's why I had to put my glasses on, because I couldn't see what you were writing, but I see that it was just a mistype. Oh no, did he? I didn't hear about that. I didn't see it. Or I slept through it one. I'll give you guys a fun fact. On one of my videos a couple of weeks back, I talked about more than likely at some point in time, they're going to make this Summerwells case into a Lifetime movie. And I gave plenty of examples where major headlines, like this case, they always turn them into a Lifetime movie. And I put out there the question of who would you think would be the best actor to be put in that role, certain roles in this case, or who would you like to be? And what do you know? Yesterday, Doug comes out with a casting call for a supposed movie about the Summerwells case. I told him he was stealing my idea. Exactly. That is stopping necessary calls. X22 is Rumble. You're still not filling us in here. You got it. We're females here. Will you please mansplain for us here? Pray for summer. Keep the higher frequencies going on it. Will diminish the lower frequencies. Oh yeah, I do remember that. I think it was a well check though, because it was when Don was saying that he had all the guns at the foot of his bed. Because of the supposed, now this is allegedly, I don't even know if it's true, but she supposedly got kicked out because of the condition of the house. Is just another take on what's going on in the world. Oh, okay. I will check that out then. Huh. Get him out up church for talking about summer. He has. I know, isn't that some of the stupidest crap you've ever heard about? Like that, like it don't matter if he had all the right information or not. All he had to do was get out there and say, Summer Moon, Utah Wells is missing. Please help. This is what she looks like. This is the story that I've got. And it would help. But some people can be idiots. He got kicked off of YouTube. You didn't have one, did you, Silence? And there's light in the day. That is so true, Silence. Thank you. Ah. That's what it was supposed to be, but nobody should be spamming the police lines. One call would have been sufficient. True, that's true. I don't think everybody should have been calling in, and they shouldn't have told everybody to start calling in. Amen, Silence. Oh, let's not say that word, Christola. The upward you just said, let's not say that one on here, okay? We're not allowed to say stuff like that. And I can't help it if other YouTubers say stuff like that or not. I'm not taking any chances. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Oh, you're not watching me smoke. Stop it. As a matter of fact, I just put the cigarette out. I'm not even smoking. So you can't say I was smoking. We had an interesting afternoon here. My entire road was blocked off by police for a standoff. Turns out now there's an Amber Alert for our area involving the car in the standoff. Oh, wow. Do you know anything about the child? If you find out information about the child, Jay, just send it to me. And we'll try to get it out there, okay? Okay, guys, we're going on 3 hours here, so I'm going to be calling it quits. I got to get off here and take care of a few things. Anybody that would like to continue to talk, my email is here. Email me and we'll see what we can figure out about conversing. I thank you all for showing up, and I thank you all for hanging out with me. I love talking to you guys. Yeah, no filter. If you find out anything, just let me know, okay? And like I said, if you find out any information about the kid, just let me know and we'll do what we can to get it out. There's my alarm. That's my alarm telling me it's time to go. Every time she lights up, I'm digging or looking for my smokes. I haven't lit up. I told you I put a cigarette out a minute ago. Well, it's a shame I can't listen to you light up or you be causing me to smoke. Okay, love you guys too. Just don't forget to let me know about it, sweetheart. And I don't care one bit to put the information out there and we'll get done when we can get done. Remember, guys, this is our channel. And I'm not just saying that. Seriously, if it wasn't for you all, this channel would not be. So it belongs to you guys as much as it does me. And anything that major that happens with it will go through you guys. Good night. I love you all. I will see you guys Thursday at the live. It's still at 5 o'clock, like always. It's going to be. My email is running across the screen. Anybody who wants to email me, please do so. What word? What did you say? I don't know. What did you say? Good night, Lisa. Thank you, hon. Thank you, Nishnob. All right, guys. One more minute. Grab the email if you need it. And I will catch you guys Thursday in the live, and I'll see you tomorrow in the video. Have a great night, sweet, sweet people.